Um, Listen, so today, what I'm gonna be doing today is I'm gonna be showing you how to fuck up the market, how to catch the best entries on the market. Initially, I'm showing you how to manipulate the market, how to fucking when to get in or when to get out, how to make the best money in the market. Okay, that's what I'm doing today. Let me just log into my platforms. Got a Here we go. Here we go. We're logging in. What's everybody saying? It's very cool. Just logging on this side as well. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Um, let's get that. Let me just log in. So we're gonna be doing a nice breakdown on Nasdaq. I wanna give you guys an understanding on how actually to be able to access your not access. This is a market close today. Does not matter. Market can be closed. We can analyze, boss. You don't need an open market to analyze. Come on, that's simple math. I'm any 15-year-old watching. All right, show us. I'm about to relax. You don't pay me for this. But not Prince KB. Just relax. Problem is, come on, I'm in a good mood. So let's go. Let's go, homie. Let's go. So you sound like you know me. You call me homie. Let's go. Let's go. So I just logged into it. Get my chart right. Are we logged in here as well? Oh, if we logged in. Okay, that's fine. Stay on this page. That's the mouse. Okay. See, logging on the third screen. So I'm logging into this platform with 3 different screens. So excuse me, I'm taking a bit long. There we go. Nas 100. Nas. There you go. Let's get Nas 100 in the house. There you go. It's been. I just want to log in on all platforms, on all my devices, so I'm able to see different time frames and what I'm talking about. So you guys gotta be a bit patient if you really want to get to understand. Today we want to speak about entry point. Okay, come, let me watch your cards. With no women, but you may teach me how to trade. Like you at least the knowledge. Isn't the market closed today, brother? Okay. So yeah, I never thought as people from Ottawa can make it until you haven't. God bless you, man. You can make it from anywhere around the world, from the worst conditions. I'm dealing with different time frames, so I can be able to speak from a lot of perspectives and make you guys understand what I'm talking about. That's the overall measure of this goal. So obviously this is a live video. So when I turn the phone or the camera towards the screen, I might have to like put the phone like landscape vibes and things like that. So I hope that won't affect you on your phone. You have to tilt that, but that wouldn't be a problem. Which one is more powerful? Nasdaq or VIX 75? It's really on how you trade. You can still make money with currencies. It's all about how you trade. Don't worry, I'm gonna switch up the comments. Don't worry. Once I'm starting, okay, what do you think is low balance? Can you make okay? Well, I was able to compile a strategy, but it gives me one more signal a day. So you think it's proper? A strategy that gives you one signal a day is fucking poor. Fucking poor, bro. Understand? You should be able to make a lot of money within an hour on a time frame. Come on, man. Let's see. So, I'll give you guys access on my trading view. So I like doing my analysis on my trading view. So please save this breakdown. I definitely will. Let's get to this. Let's do that. Show you guys, this is my this is how I told my screen and show you guys how my setup looks. This is my setup. It's my ring light right there. So yeah, give you guys a bit of an idea. So you guys, there's no filter. This is a filter. This is no filter. There's no filter here. Okay, fine. This is me zooming out. I just zoomed out of the charts. Expand the screen so you guys can definitely see this. So how it works here, it's quite simple, guys. With Nasdaq, you traded Nasdaq with one star. Nasdaq is not complicated. Nasdaq does not need any sort of major technical. All you do if you just got into the market, it's a new week. Oh, turn off the comments. Sorry, turn off comments. I'm sorry about that, guys. I forgot. Yes, so it's a new week on Nasdaq. What you need to do is quite simple. All here you just come if you want to have a familiar breakdown of the market. You realize all you have to do is what's been happening on Nasdaq for the past 6 months. Let's just say 6 months. I'd say for the past 6 months the market has been trying to recover since obviously the biggest market crash, which is our COVID that came last year. So ever since then we've been pushing up. When we pushed, obviously kept breaking highs and highs. So after zooming out on H4, all I want to do is just do something quite basic. I just want to highlight the lowest point that I can definitely pick up, which is there, and I say our all-time high as I look at the current price on H4 would be somewhere around that area there. It is our two highest and lowest points. From there, you don't need to do anything major. All I prefer you to do from there is just to zoom in. Zoom in to see the market a bit better, to see how it's been moving, As you zoom in, obviously you start seeing things differently. You can only start probably looking at as far as the past 4 months or something. So I would want to say now from current price right now, this is March, right? Calculate. You always work with the past 6 months in terms of deal with history. History does not give you much. It just gives you a better understanding of what's been happening. And I tell you, Nasdaq has been moving the worst way possible ever since our market crashed that happened last year. But however, as indices, we are trying to recover. So I want to highlight I'm going to be analyzing this phase, the phase from last year, November, let's just say November 1st. November 1st, which should be around that section there. I just want to make my line a bit thick. Just say so I put my blue line just like that. Remove that or do update it. So I'm gonna be analyzing this chart from this area. I'm gonna be analyzing the chart from last year, 1st of November or 2nd of November. Right, what's been happening ever since? So all I'm gonna do is just gonna go into the chart, and from the 1st of November, I wanna try and pick up the highs and lows. Every single low that it produced on 4-hour time frame, I'm going to highlight it, which would be this low area here. This low area, I'm gonna highlight them as I come. So the reality of a technical trading or a technical flow is that after every low, there will come a high. After a high, there will come a low. So obviously, highs and lows, this is the first high I see from here. So this is the first low I pick up from November 2nd. And then from there, I obviously now pick up the very first high point after November 2nd. So from last year, November, we've been having, this is the very first high that came around about the 9th of November after the market pushed quite heavy. This is H4. I'm picking up lows, highs and lows in H4 only. I'm not trying to go as deep in 15 minutes. I'm starting with the higher time frame. So high here, low here, there's another high here, right here. So as you look, technically what happens is that after every high comes a low. After every high comes a low. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor there. After every high comes a low. So what I'm going to do is just try to pick up highs and lows. High, low. There's another high that I pick up there. I'm trying to pick up very simple highs and lows. Look at this. After every high comes a low. After every high, that's one thing about technical, no matter the time frame. After every high comes a low. So let me see if I can pick up another low or a high. So if you look here, what's crazy is that whenever I spot out a high, automatically I take out the low, so I don't have to put another low section there, another horizontal or resistant or support for this low, because the previous high that I've picked up, that I've highlighted, automatically takes out the high. That's one thing that's amazing about technical trading. Look at this. I pick out this high, this low is out. This low is already highlighted. A lot of lows and highs, they actually identify each other like that, because technical history has been proven that history repeats itself. We trade the very same way. That's why it can never happen that there's 10 traders who are using 10 different strategies and 10 different trading styles. Reason being is because we all, if we are profitable traders, that means we're all trading the same understanding. Nobody's a superhero. It's just if you're profitable. Some people just come in and have luck. Some people, if you're really a trader, then you know how to trade. High took out this, low here, right? Every single, I'm gonna highlight another high here. Is another high. As I zoom in, you guys can see what I'm talking about there. So technically, what you're always looking for in the market is your highs and lows, no matter the time frame. This is H4. So obviously the market started going up here. Is another high here. Take another low right there. See, previous high, next low. Previous high, next low. Previous low, every time, every single previous high has a low. Here's a low. So support and resistance is quite powerful. It's just all about how you understand it. Now, what I've done now, I've picked out highs and lows that I see from November, last year November. But look how crazy this is. I didn't come to this part of the graph here, right? I was just working with the uptrend that happened from here to actually here. But automatically, as I actually highlighted the highs and lows here, it also picked out highs and lows on this price here, without me having to go and identify them there. That shows that history consistently repeats itself, no matter the case. Before we came, it will be like that even after. So now, I want to work with one phase of the market. I'm going to zoom into a certain part of the graph, and I'm going to show you guys how exactly to kill the chart. Now here we're talking about entry point mastery. I said today's conversation is initially about how do you master your entry point, right? So I've done my breakdown. I've done my major breakdown from for our time frame, and I tell you that all I can tell you is that for the past 6 months, Nasdaq has been pushing up and trying to recover. It has not been doing that in the best way possible. However, we've been buying quite strong. That's one positive move I can tell you right now. After I've just done my analysis of the past 6 months and identify the highs and low. Trading with Nasdaq or trading on Nasdaq, trading on as a technical trader does not need anything complicated. Stop trying to be a hero. Stop putting Fibonacci and unnecessary things in the market. We work purely on a price chart, clean market, and it's easier to make profits like that. So I'll show you guys how actually to go into it and how to be able to kill your short trades. Now, this is what we call a free course that does not need payment. Okay? Hope you guys are paying attention, and obviously would definitely take a lot of knowledge from what I'm sharing with you guys. Okay? So I'm gonna zoom into any section of the graph and show you guys how simple it is to kill a chart, to kill entry points. So all you do, you come on bigger time frames. Let me work with which part. I'm gonna work with this section. I'll highlight which part of the market I'm gonna break down and show you guys if you traded this section, how exactly you should have killed it, right? I'm gonna work from this. I'm gonna work from this part of the market here. You guys can see it. I'm gonna break down that point. That point most probably till here. So from this high to this low, from this low to the next high. So I want to show you if you traded this phase here on Nasdaq, how simple it was for you to kill it. So what you've done is that on a major time frame, you came and you highlighted on 4 hours. You came right now and you highlighted your high point, your highs and lows on 4 hours, right? So the trick now is that when you start going into smaller time frames, like right now, I'm gonna move slightly to 1 hour, right? So we move to 1 hour. I'm waiting for the part that I highlighted. This is the part that I highlighted there. See what happens when you move to 1 hour. Smaller time frames, obviously, which means more candlesticks. More candlesticks because of it is a smaller time frame. So within 4 hours, you'll get 4 H1 candlesticks, and unlike the 4-hour where you only get one candlestick for every 4 hours. So I want to break down this market from here to this low that we picked up on H4 to that high that we picked up on H4, right? So before I do anything, just before I do anything, I want to come in and obviously and pick up highs on lows on 1 hour. Highs and lows on 1 hour. So how I'm doing this now, I want to do this with a different color. So I used pink or purple. This is on 1 hour highs and lows. I'm gonna use a different color so I don't get confused. So for example, on this high here, I'm just gonna do this. Click on my horizontal. Just hold on, give me a second. Tend to put my do that. There we go. Change color. Let's work with black. Let's work with black on this one. There we go. Just like that. Slightly thicker, just like that. So I'm gonna highlight my highs and lows on 1 hour, obviously. Just give me a second. I'm just waiting for. I'm failing to put my horizontal line in my chart, so it's giving me a bit of a problem. Let me use a different line. Okay. Okay, hold on. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, let me just let. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm just trying to get my horizontal line to actually appear on the chart, and I am failing to do that. What I have to do now is make sure I reboot. Let me try to refresh the screen. I'm trying to refresh the screen, guys. Give me a second. Okay, let's go back to H4. My network, my Wi-Fi is still fine. Okay, my Wi-Fi is still good. Okay, let's try to pick that up again. I am struggling to get that. I don't know what's wrong with my platform. It seems fine. It really seems fine. So let's change time frames. It seems there must be something wrong. Just give me a second. Oh, okay. I think it's because I have not logged in. That might be the problem. So I'm just gonna give you a second. Was I like this? Or was it like this? I think I was like this. Let's do this. Let's turn off these comments. Let me turn off these comments. Turn off. Let's go. So guys, I wasn't updated for last hour analysis, but it's nothing major. I will reanalyze everything pretty much. I'm gonna do what I was doing. I'm gonna highlight the highest point there, pick up the highest point, lowest point, and then I'm just gonna go there. Actually, gonna highlight the highs and lows that I see on H4. I'll just do it again. I'll be quite fast now because you guys obviously already heard that and why I'm doing this, and I told you. So I'm gonna be quite fast now. I want us to get back to what we actually were doing. There's a low here, there's another low, there's another high there. Just need to get back to here. So I'm using blue now for my highs and lows in H4. You guys are aware. I'm using blue now, and that is not the original color that I use when I'm logged in. Analyzing like this, when I'm logged in, it updates on all my devices. So guys, now what I've done is that I've obviously picked up. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna highlight. I'm gonna find a section that I wanna break down, show you guys how to kill entry points. Okay, let's work with this part, probably from here. Change the color of this to probably red, make it a bit thicker. So yeah, so this is H4. I'm gonna go down to lower time frames and I wanna break down how do you kill entry points, right? I'm gonna break down this part from here to both probably there. Is how to get the perfect entry. That's the question of the day. How do you make sure that you find the best entries out of this section? I'm gonna break down this part and show you guys how to actually kill entry points. Okay, so obviously you are on H4. 4-hour time frame is giving you a low, for example. If you are moving here, if the market is currently moving, for example, at this zone, right? If the market was moving, if the market was currently moving probably at this zone, at this low area, right? And you're trying to, okay, as you see that it has gone into your lower section, obviously, it's about to push up, and you realize, okay, what is your first skill on how to actually make sure you remain profitable? So actually, let me work with this part because I said I'll be analyzing from here. So I'm gonna be I'm gonna work with this part here, this low here. Let's work with this low because I'm analyzing from there. So it's quite simple. This is 4-hour time frame. I'm slightly gonna move to 1-hour time frame so you guys understand what I'm talking about. When you get, obviously, when you move from 1 hour to 4 hours, I mean from 4 hours to 1 hour, what you're gonna experience is that you'll see a whole lot more highs and lows than you actually saw on 4 hour initially, because 1 hour's got more candles, and more candles means more traveling, and more traveling means more highs and lows. More highs and lows means more entry points. That's what happens when you keep going lower on entries. See now, the part that I want to break down is this part. It looks a bit bigger on 1 hour than H4 because why? 1 hour's got more candlesticks. So once we get into it, I'm gonna zoom into this part here. Let's just say on this day and time you are in the market. Maybe it's a Wednesday or it's a Tuesday, whatever the case may be, and you can see the market now from here. I'm analyzing from here. So after the market has come to this low section here, the blue line, that this low you saw it on H4. The market has come here twice, doing something called obviously a double bottom, resisting to go any lower, right? As soon as you see this, you obviously know the market is about to push up to the upside. So all you do is that on your 1 hour, it's quite simple. Just take your horizontal line. You pick up the very first. So where could we possibly take our first buy on 1 hour? You're trying to make money from this low till that high. You don't want to trade the market for too long. You don't want to be holding for 2 weeks or 3 days. You just want to kill it today and then eat, relax. How do you make your money in like nicely? Eat healthy and leave. It's quite simple. After picking up this low, what you wait for is for the market to give you the very first entry point after its major resistance. So what you see is you realize, okay, the market now is definitely resisting, and when it resists, obviously it's about to give you direction, and in this case it's about to give you an upside direction. All you have to do, don't try to be a hero. There's nothing, leave unnecessary information in the market. I'm breaking the market. I'm giving you, this is how you master your entry point, right? You might not understand me properly, but I hope you pick up as much as you can. Obviously we are working through technology, so I'm not with you face to face, but I hope you guys can hear me, right? So from this low, all you do is either you take your very first entry point, and buying here at this point would be a nice trade to take, but however, it is a bit risky because you find that the market keeps coming back here a few times, and your account, if you cannot hold it, it might blow it. But in any case, I take the buy here. I'll definitely take the buy here. Take it a bit light. Don't go too hard. Don't kill your account, and allow it to give you space to breathe. Once it gives you enough margin, the next entry point, then you can take more trades. So it's simple. Once you see the market resistant like this, you know the market is going up. Obviously, it has proven it's resistant on 4 hour and 1 hour as well. So you try pick up, highlight the next high area. Highlighting the next high area would be this one. So if the market has to move up from here, when it moves from here, the next direction is up. Obviously, it has to push up and break its previous high. Previous high, hold on, oh shit, I just lost that. Okay, previous high would then be this section, right? This high obviously was given after the market was consolidating in one place for quite a while. So when it breaks here, obviously it is quite certain the market, after pushing up, it will definitely come back into here. Another trick that you guys don't know yet is that this is 1 hour on a smaller time frame. This movement here, there's also entry points from here to here. There is entries just on a smaller time frame. Like now, we saw in H4, there was only how many time frames? I mean, how many entry points? H4, it's all the blue lines. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. We only saw 4 buys on H4, and then it gave us our take profit area, which was the highest point. So let's see now, by going lower to lower time frames in this area, is it easy for us to pick up more entries? So if the market on this day in time was moving at this point, then can 1 hour give us any more entries? Yes, it does. It pushed up, it came back. Obviously, sorry, just do that. Just want to move this up. Yeah, I put this right on top of that high. You can see the market came back to resist in that section there. When it hits that, obviously, as soon as you do that, you just put your line there. The market is giving you a new low. After a high, the market will give you a low. After a low, the market will give you a high. So your buy here, your buy from here, here, or from your triple bottom in 1 hour is definitely in good profit when it pushes here, right? It's your choice whether you're gonna hold or close, or you're gonna hold and wait for the next entry point and add, or you're gonna hold close and then take the next entry with more profits. It's all up to you. From this low here, you just enter more trades. The market pushes up. After every high is a low. I already told you guys that after every high point is a low area. If you want, all you have to do is just go in nicely and highlight it for yourself, just like that. If you feel like it's a bit complicated, after every high is a low. Your next entry point will be on your previous high. And remember, here we're dealing with 1 hour. This is obviously trades that entry points that take you quite a while to actually, a few hours to actually get the next entry point. So imagine as you get deeper and deeper into our entry points in low, I'll show you guys how to actually kill the entries within time, how to make money fast, right? After this low, you take more buys. The market, what it pushes up. After pushing up, just highlight you just obviously highlight your high point, or you can highlight it nicely there. Highlight your high point nicely, just like that. So what you're dealing with is that the market always, one thing about the market is that the market always comes back. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to remove that. The market always comes back. So guys can see the market always comes back to its previous high. If it's going down, then go back to its previous low. After this, you took a buy, the market pushed up. Look at the tricky part now. When the market pushes up, you're definitely in deep profit. Now, this is your third or fourth entry point now, right? It spikes down. Technically or fundamental spikes down. What this we call a stop loss hunt. They're trying to kick you out or actually blow your account because obviously they can tell the consistency of the rise. If you're a good trader, you know that this will never affect you because it does not even go anywhere. Once it shoots down like this, you should never be scared. This is the part where you add more trades right here. So right about this section, why they